We are live. Okay. All right. All right. Talk a little basketball. Talk a little football. Okay. First of all, hockey men's gold medal game. That was about as good a win as you're going to see. The women won the gold in overtime, and the guys, men worthy, won the gold in overtime. So yeah, I got up early to watch that game. It was worth every minute of it. And wow, I didn't know Canadian fans were such crybabies. What's up with that? I mean, damn. What's up, Derek? Horrible loss. Yeah, horrible loss. Horrible. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll wait till some people get in here. But Mark Pope, I tell you what, that now I know why recruits don't want to come here. Listening to him bitch and moan in the press conference, which is where you do not do that. What's up, WKRP? Yeah, you guys were here when we saw that play live. It was it a bad call? It could have been. He extended his arm. You can't give him a, you know, just Mark Pope, just melt down, just melt down. Just not can't do that here. Can't act like that. Can't act like you out of control. You somebody that's in leadership position. You got to be in control. We were sitting in there watching Miracle with the 1980 team and Herb Brooks, and Herb Brooks would push buttons, but he was in control. But yeah, guys, our coach. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know what to say about him. I really don't know what to say about him. I think he might be a good coach for BYU, but obviously he's gonna have to do something about himself next year because it's not gonna go well. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Bad, you blow a 9 point lead and then you go blame the refs. I mean, you blew a 9 point lead. You played Trent Noah 20 minutes and he didn't score a damn point. Why would you play him 20 minutes? You played Jelovic about 9 minutes and he scores 5 points. So yeah, Jake, I'm not cats anymore now. It's kitty cats. Well, listen, man, I'm getting tired of hearing all the bitching and moaning and the refs cheated. First of all, nobody cheated. It was a bad call, like Matt Jones said. Nobody cheated, even if it was a bad call. But yeah, I mean, Colin Chandler 5 turnovers. So look, guys, it is what it is. You know, watch Michigan play, watch Duke play, watch. Look, we're just not there. Mark Pope can't coach here if he's going to act like that. And I don't know what he needs, a life coach, a behavioral coach for next year, but you cannot curse like that. Right. He did it on purpose where you could hear him. I get it, man. You can't do that. Hey, you cannot lose control of yourself. I mean, bipolar. What the hell here? Then he goes on the radio and tells Tom Leach, oh, we don't talk about penalties. Well, you just talked about it. So yeah, I don't know what to say. If you're watching this back, first of all, if you're watching this back, thank you for watching this back. I'm as confused as you guys are. We watched the game, some of us in here, and he should not have extended his arm. I mean, the guy sold it, but he sold it. I mean, and the wrong referee made the call and blah blah blah. Look, man, you blew a 9 point lead. And if it wasn't for OA and Aberdeen, look, and neither one of them are going to be here next year. And so, yeah, we're going to have to go in the portal and buy some players. And it's going to cost a lot of money in the portal. You want the best shooting, you're going to have to pay $3 or $4 million. It's going to take money away from all the other sports that are trying to get money, like football. And so, I don't know what to say. WKRP, Noah did okay. Yeah, but you know what? He got dunked on and he couldn't score. He wouldn't shoot the ball. I went back and watched him. He had a couple chances, would not shoot the ball. So you can't be on the floor if you're not going to score. I mean, you can't be there. Jelovic had better stats than he did in half the amount of minutes. So play a scorer. I mean, Derek should have been. We shouldn't have been right. We shouldn't have been in a situation. Yeah. I mean, look. People get, we are still ranked. I looked it up. We're not 155th in defensive scoring. We moved up to 144th. So we're about 68th in scoring offense. So look, you can't be 68th in scoring and 140th and think you're going to win. That there. I mean, look, South Carolina. I haven't watched them play, but you don't think they won't be sitting there waiting for us to play? And then you go into a press conference and you act like that. You lash out like you're fucking a spoiled brat or something. You didn't get your way, so you're gonna bitch and moan like a kid. Man, I didn't like that at all, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did not like it. No, you cannot coach here and act like that. I mean, look, and it's not just one time. He did it to Tom Leach before after the Missouri game. You just don't know what you're going to get with him. I can understand you're upset, man, but keep your mouth shut and get on to the next game, because what you said is not going to help. He's going to get fined. So we'll see. Jake, what's the key to watching the rest of the season? Dude, these games are awful. How many people get up? Man, I don't even want to watch it. It's unwatchable basketball. Look, I know we had some injuries, and if we had Cam Williams, we'd have one better shooter in there. But look, you got to play Jelovic more. You cannot play Trent Noah. God, for God's sakes. Got dunked on, and I thought, well, they're going to take him out. I mean, his man just, God dang, man. Look, I know he's a Kentucky kid, but look, and he's talking about transferring supposedly. Okay, good, man. Get the hell out the door then. What are we going to do? We'll lose with you? But no, he's talking about money over the weekend. So we'll see. WKRP, both teams played poorly. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was embarrassing. But you know what? Auburn, look, was it a bad call? Maybe. But, I went back and watched and I watched what the announcer said when it happened. And it's like, it's a foul. It's like pass interference. Do you have to call it? No. But, you just gave him a chance. But no, we blew a 9-point lead. Look, guys, we don't have anybody that can score other than, Chandler wasn't hitting. So it was Aberdeen. And if it wasn't for Otoya Owe going to the basket, I don't know. We got to win. So they better, I'll tell you what, after you lash out like that, you better be ready to play. We were winning at halftime. I don't know anything about South Carolina except they got a really poor record. So I haven't seen them play. Now they beat Mississippi State and put 95 points on them on Saturday. So evidently they can score 95 points. So God knows we can't stop anyway. But this is the worst defensive team I can't remember. Maybe Gillespie, maybe that one Gillespie year. But man, this team just go to the back, dunk on you, go to the basket at the rebound. Brandon Garrison can't get a rebound at the end. I really like Pope as a man. I like him as a man, but that don't help us as a coach. If his name wasn't Mark Pope, he'd be getting fired right now. He wouldn't even be back here another year. The only reason he's going to come back is because he's one of us. I get it. And I'm not saying let him come back for a year. He is going to have to change himself. You cannot act like that and change the lineup. And, you can't do all this, man. We're going to have to go buy some expensive players if we want to win. And I mean some expensive. We're going to $22 million. Well, we'll have to spend at least $22 million because the price of players has gone up. So you went from $1 million to $1 or $2 million to $2 to $4 million. Now it's $3 or $4 million for a player. Gonna have to spend a lot of money, and I don't know. He's an average coach, guys. He did this at BYU. He's an average, at best, an average coach. And I don't know. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. We all say we hope we're wrong. We all say we're going to get the next thing. Look, man, we're not wrong. We all are seeing the same thing. He cannot coach here. That's what we're all seeing. We all see it. What's up, Wildcat Highlights? A GM, I don't even know if a GM would help. Wildcat, I don't know. Too late now. The damn season's over, and we got to sign these people. I don't know how quickly the portal opens and closes, but I think it goes into the summer, May. Look, if you're going to act like that, it don't matter about the GM. You can't coach like that and leave Trent Noah in there 20 minutes. Are you freaking serious? 20 minutes and you don't score and he won't pull the trigger on a shot. He took that one shot at the end of the half. He attempted 2 shots in 20 minutes. Dude, come on. Dead weight. You dead weight. Come on, man. I like him but yeah, we still have the portal. Yeah. We ain't getting high school players. I can see why now. I couldn't figure out why. Now you guys know why we didn't get any high school players, because he acted like that right there. One of the parents gave that away for one of the players that he went to in-home meeting, and they said he was, what's the word they used? Cringe-worthy, something like that. They didn't like it. They didn't like his vibe. They didn't like the way he acted. Well, hell, I can see it. Talking like, what the hell is he talking about? Nobody's going to take our power. What fucking power? What are you talking about, dude? I'm going to tell you what, guys. Dang, you need some Ritalin, dude. And I don't know what else you need. We have the portal, but I don't think boosters are going to spend as much. I don't know, Wildcat. This might look if Will Stein jumps out and has a good year. Now would he? Well, we'll already have spent the money before we get to football because we're going to have to buy him this time. And look, Jasper Johnson, he did turn the ball over. He gave up a 3 and he turned the ball over, but he didn't put him back in. But you put Trent Noah back in, you put Colin Chandler. A lot of people were making mistakes. I'd just like to see Jasper Johnson get a little bit more playing time.
but he's not ready either. What's up, Lady Bass Player? Bad loss. Yeah, bad loss. Our bench is hurting us. Our coach is hurting us. Our coach is hurting us. You put in Diabate, Garrison, and Trent Noah together. How the hell are we going to score with that lineup? None of the three of those guys are going to shoot. So what do you got? Away in Aberdeen. You think that's going to work against Vandy, Texas A&M, Florida? No. If we play South Carolina, if we play those three guys together, we'll lose to South Carolina. You can't play those guys together. You don't have enough scores on the floor, dude. What's the key to the fucking game? Scoring more points than them. Hello, however you got to do it. We scored 74. I mean, but man, but this crybaby stuff, I don't like the crybaby stuff. Should have played more. Derek, I agree. Jelovic should have played more. Look at his stat line. He had 5 points in half the amount of time that Trent Noah was in there, and he had a couple rebounds. He had the same amount stat line as Trent Noah, except he had more points in 10 less minutes. So I mean, you got to play Jelovic. Look, I know he's a European player. He's not great on defense, but neither is Trent Noah. He got dunked on. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Portal, the boosters. Well, the boosters are going to have to put the money down. So we'll see. Look, there's boosters that will put money down for basketball. Okay. And look, I like Mark Pope. I'm not saying we should fire him this year, but he's got one more year. If you have to do it next year, we can't do this again, guys. Come on, man. I'm tired of seeing these lashing out and acting this bipolar stuff where you just lash out and talking just stuff off the top of your head that don't make any sense, like it's some kind of big conspiracy against us, the University of Kentucky. It is not, dude. You did it to yourself. You blew a 9-point lead and you threw your arm out and you gave a ref to it was a bad call, but so what? It's not cheating. You did it to yourself. So, man, all this us against the world and talking off the top of your head like that, you don't do that. I mean, Cal, I go through the years. No, Gillespie didn't do that. I mean, Gillespie wasn't dumb enough to say that. Joby Hall, go through Chubby Smith, Cal, Rick Pitino. Come on, man. Yeah. Garrison just stood there. Yeah. And didn't get the rebound. Yeah. Lady bass player. He normally should get that, but he did not get it. And he can't score. I keep saying it. We got guys that don't have post moves. Garrison does not have one post move. Diabate doesn't have one post move. Only Moreno has a jump hook. So they can't score. So they're going to get 4 to 6 points on some putbacks. So Garrison got 4 between Noah, Diabate, and Garrison. When those 3 people were in, you know how many points they got between them? 8. 4 points for Diabate, and I think 4 for Garrison, 0 for Noah. 8 points out of 3 people in about 20 plus minutes apiece. So you're not going to win. Look, we got to score 80, guys. You got to score in the 80s now. Look at these scores. I mean, I don't know. WKRP, Auburn player who got the putback on Kentucky. Look, that putback was there. I mean, he made a good play. So, look, he made a good play. We still should have stopped him, even if that was a bad call, and we should have stopped him, right? Even if the Chandler play was a bad call, we still should have stopped him because Garrison should have got the rebound, but we didn't. You gave them a chance to win, and they won. But no. Look, this is the lost season. I keep saying this is the lost season. Can we still? I keep saying this. There's freaking 4 games left, I think, isn't there? We can turn around. Yeah, if we make the tournament now, look, we can't lose these last 4 games. We're not getting in with 17 wins, guys. I'll tell you right now. If we don't win, get that 18th win, and then if we get in, we're going to be a 9 seed. We're going to end up playing Michigan or Duke or Houston the second game. So if we win the first game, which we could or we could not, so just buckle up. This is ugly, guys. Ugly. Leadership is not Mark Pope's forte, as they say. You can't lose your cool like that. You just can't do that. Not in front of the media. Now, you can do it in the locker room. You can say it after the game when nobody, but you can't do it in the locker room. So anyway. So, yeah. Look, we got to win this game. There's 22 people in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. But we're going to talk basketball. Tony, what's up, man? Up by 9, lose a horrible team. What the hell, Tony? Yeah, yeah. Tennessee's doing well. Tony's a Tennessee fan. Look, guys, it's all coaching. It's all coaching. I mean, look, the injuries hurt us. Jalen Lowe, Cam Williams, yeah, that hurt a little, but you still got Jelovic in there. I mean, I'd put him in. I'd play him more. At least he can hit a three. At least he can score. Uh, I don't know, but I know you cannot play Garrison, Trent Noah, and Diabate together for a long stretch. I think that's what we learned. Is it not that they're offensively challenged? And that was a crappy team. When we played Texas A&M, Vandy, and Florida, you think if we put those three guys in with Aberdeen and Oway, I'll let those guys shoot all they wanted. But yeah, that was an ugly loss, Tony. Ugly loss. What's worse is after the game. Mark Pope was way worse. Look, the loss, I can look, this stuff happens. It's basketball. Does it happen? Yeah. But the coach, what I saw after the game and after saying all that crazy ass shit in the locker room or in the press conference, no, you can't do that. And saying that where you knew it would be heard and you cursed and they cheated. Look, it was a bad call, as Matt Jones said. Nobody got cheated. It was a bad call. We still should have stopped them because we could have got the rebound. So look, ain't nobody, this is no conspiracy. You start talking conspiracy theories in a press conference after the game. I want you to understand how bad that is. How bad is that? Look, is that? If you're a high school player, would you come here? I sure as the hell wouldn't. And I wouldn't let my kid play for him. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no damn way. Jake, what's up, man? What an ugly loss. I agree. What's up, Posse? We're just talking about it. No, they cannot play together for a long period. No. How many analytics? And he doesn't look at analytics. He doesn't look at analytics. I don't give a damn what he's looking at because he ain't looking at the damn stat sheet. That's for damn sure. Because it would have told you that you should be playing Jelovic more. If you're not going to play Jasper, you got to have scores in a game, guys. Aberdeen, look, Chandler was off. He had a bad game. It happens. People have bad games. He turned the ball over. He's won a couple games for us. You can forgive, but you can't. Man, we only got 3 people that can score. And that's Chandler, Oway, Aberdeen. That's it. You might get something from say you might not. You can't win. They can't win like that. But going off in the locker room and conspiracy theories and yelling and just man, that showed me what I did not want to see. I did not want to see him. You cannot coach here acting like that. You cannot. It just ain't going to work. So he's got to work on himself in the offseason. You talk about the players. Look, we get any player we want. But if you can't coach them and you act like that, you ain't getting anything out of them. They're going to get paid. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Pope is acting like a coach that's on his way out. Well, he's acting immature is what he's doing. And he's acting erratic. That's the word I would use. Someone said bipolar on the call-in show. Matt Jones didn't want to go there. It's erratic. I don't care I don't know if I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you it's erratic. And good leaders do not act like that. Okay. I mean, there might be, like I said, you might say something every once in a while, but this guy continually and what is he talking about? What, a conspiracy theory? Nobody's going to take our power away. Who the hell's trying to take our power? What are you talking about, dude? I'm telling you right now, his communication skills, D. Really an F to me. D. I mean, I don't know what he's talking about. No. If I don't know what he's talking about and you don't know what he's talking about, how the hell do you think somebody else does? What's he talking about? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, so they said this. BYU people said when he loses, he acts like this. You can't act like this, dude. Every time we lose a game, you can't act like this because it carries over to the next game. When you're a leader, you gotta be consistent in the way you act and the way and why you do things. You can't be all over the board and erratic and act like that. But yeah, we were sold a Ferrari. Boy, that was the dumbest thing. That was the dumbest thing to get on there and say I got a Ferrari. And yeah, okay, dude. No, you don't. Boy, that was stupid. Trent Noah putting that shit up it's about the income. Income, dude. You didn't score a damn point in 20 minutes. I hope you like that money. So there's a rumor he's going to transfer or he wants to transfer. Good. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out, buddy. That didn't age well. No, Derek, that Ferrari did not age well. We should put that picture up of Ferrari. No, we got a friggin' Yugo or something. Now, look, I mean, we had some injuries. No matter what happens, you're the general, you're the leader, you're the coach. You have to remain solid, okay, and figure it out. That's your job. Everything's not going to go perfect. Everybody, you guys worked in jobs. Stuff doesn't go perfect at your job. Do you scream and yell and act like that? No. Stuff's not going to go right. You got to figure it out. That's what life is all about. Teach my daughter, look, if you get up today and you don't have any problems and your health is good, you know what? That's a good day. That's a good day. That's a lesson for all of us. Look, if you get up today and that's a good day, but stuff is going to happen. And when it does, it's not the problem. I try to teach my daughter. It's not necessarily the problem. It's how you handle the problem. Because 95% of the time, it's not the problem. It's just how you handle it. And I have to work at it. I 60 years old. I still have to work at it. So, but man, I don't make $5 million. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think? There's 25 people in here. Sound off. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Hey, what's up, Wildcat Gaming? I don't know if we met. I like Fired Up Pope. That's not look. Fired up is one thing, but out of control is another, brother. And that was out of control, is what that was in Iraq. And talking about conspiracy. Now, you don't act like that. Tell me a coach that acts like that consistently. Posse. Some tells me if Brandon Garrison cost us the game instead of Chandler. Look, guys, it's the coaching. We blew a 9-point lead. We had the wrong lineup in there. I told you we had Diabate, Garrison, and Trent Noah in there for way too long. You got to let Jelvic play because we need the scoring. I mean, it should have worked, even though it was a bad lineup. We still should have won. So it happens. Yeah, Jasper's not playing well. I think Trump is going to run in 2020. Trump? What are you talking about, dude? Is going to run in 2028. He can't run in 2028, Tony. Yeah. We ain't worried about Donald Trump, brother. But no. I don't know, guys. Look, we got to win Tuesday night, and he said we're gonna win. Okay, buddy. Well, you better, because you ain't. The last 3 games are really, really hard, and out of control, Cannot act like that. Not and win, but yeah. Jake, who's the team to beat in the SEC? Not named Florida. I don't know. There's a bunch of teams that can make a run in the tournament. Alabama can score. Tennessee can play defense. Vandy can, run the floor. I mean, look, there's several good teams. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas A&M is still a tough team, but I would not count out Nate Oates. I would not count out Tennessee, Alabama, and Vandy. Now we play Vandy in Florida. Come on, man. This is either acting like this erratic shit behavior is either going to work really well or we're going to fall flat on our face. Now it might work. It might if you can convince the team that it's you against the world, maybe that's what he needs to do. Maybe it's a good idea to act that stupid. I don't know. Maybe it will work. Maybe they'll be like, yeah, it is a conspiracy. It isn't, but they don't know that. So just tell them that. And it's us against the world. And, I don't know. I just know this. I would double Aberdeen and Elway every time they got the ball, whoever team I'm on. So don't count out Georgia. Yeah, Georgia played well. They scored 90 and beat who? They beat somebody 90-81. Look, when you get in the NCAA tournament, it's just about your draw. But Florida's really good, guys. But Vandy, Tennessee, Alabama can score. They're not great defensively. Tennessee's great defensively. They're not necessarily great offensively. Pick your poison here. Who do we draw? But no, we're going to get about 10 teams in. Arkansas. I forgot about Arkansas. There you go. Look, Calipari in the tournament, guys. You can say what you want to. He was done. I wish he wouldn't have got so relaxed here. Calipari got relaxed and fat and lazy and happy, and it cost him his job. Yeah, I forgot about Arkansas. Yeah, what am I thinking? For sure they could. Jake, I miss college football so bad. That's a long time to college football, brother. But he'll be here before you know it. Julie's here. Wait, got his 29. Yes, he did, Julie. That guy, I mean, if it wasn't for him, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he did. Rewatched the game, had it out for Chandler. Yeah, I don't know who's Courtney Green, the ref. I mean, hell, he turned it over twice. He threw it into the post. They had to take him out of the game because he made 2 horrible passes. He just had a bad game, and that happens. That happens to good players. But look, if Chandler, Oway, or Aberdeen have a bad game, we probably gonna lose. And Chandler had a bad game. We just don't have anybody else that will. Trent Noah passing up shots, 2 shots in 20 minutes, dude, and he passed. I know he passed up 2 or 3. I know of. You gotta shoot the ball, dude. Gotta shoot the ball. But yeah, Oway, Julie, that's our best player, Aberdeen. Uh, but shooting free throws, Oway, he's gonna miss one. What he shoot? He's shooting 65% in SEC play. Foul him. If it's a close game, you're going to foul him. I'm sure every coach we got left, Chandler had his diapers back on. Well, I mean, look, Chandler has won so many games for us and played so well. He just had a bad game. It happens. But, but keeping Diabate, Garrison, and Trent Noah in there cost us the game. That's what cost us the game. That's how they caught up. We had 2 offensive guys and 3 defensive guys. Couldn't hit a shot. If one of them wouldn't take a shot, and the other 2 can't hit a shot. So, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Aberdeen and Oway played their ass off, and they can get their shot off. And Aberdeen's getting really good at creating his own shot. Thank God. Chats. Always Oway. Yeah. Always that Julie always our best player, Posse. Chandler dunked. He screamed at the ref. Well, if he screamed at the ref, that's dumb. Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about this. You don't think the referee, since Mark Pope said it's a conspiracy and they cheated, you don't think all the refs from this point out is going to have it out for us? Sure they are. Look, it could have been a bad call. We saw it in real time. I thought it was a call. I thought it was the correct call. He extended his arm. It's like pass interference. Do you have to call it? No. But if you make it obvious, and the dude sold it, and I don't know, guys. It shouldn't have came down to that. Oway makes mistakes, but he's coming. Yes. Yeah, well, he makes mistakes, but he can drive to the basket on anybody. What's up, Wildcat Highlights? It was a correct call. Yeah, it was a correct call, even if he flopped. Now, they didn't call it the whole game, and I get it. But look, guys, I'm just disappointed in Mark Pope. Getting on there and just talking about a conspiracy, just talking about shit off the top of his head, cursing on the way out. Come on, man. Come on. Control yourself. You're the coach. Control yourself. You don't act like that. Just say, look, I don't want to talk about it, or I didn't think it was a good call, and move on. But sitting there and acting like you're a freaking 2-year-old is not going to help. And now you're going to get fined. And now you think you're going to get any calls the rest of them? You think you're going to get any calls next year? Now you're putting a label on yourself. So I hope I'm wrong. Unless you're taking it personally. Yeah, Posse, he takes it personally. You can't do that. Look, any good football coach will tell you can't. Gotta eat you alive. You can't take it personal. Look, I just don't think he's ready to coach at a school like this. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Whoever's in here. Look, I don't think you can. Now, unless it changes over the summer, maybe we can sit him down, talk to him. I mean, I don't know how much you got to talk to him, but he's got to change. You can't. You got to learn to shut your damn mouth in life. What I learned in life, Julie's in here. Julie, there's times, and I've had problems with this. I have the right to remain silent, but I don't have the ability. That's my problem sometimes. He has the right to remain silent. He needs to have the ability. Just let it. Look, man, we all saw the call. We all know what happened. You don't have to relive it in the press conference. You can tell the job's getting to him, Derek. Exactly. It's breaking him. It's breaking him. And you can't coach here like that. I don't care who you are. He's going to get one more year. If his name wasn't Mark Pope, he wouldn't even get another year. Everything is personal, Juliet. Pressure reveals people. WKRP, exactly. If you want to see who a real person is, give them some power, which is money, or either put them under pressure. Then you'll see the real person. That's how you find out who your friends are. That's how you find out who people really are. You either give them some power and some money, or you put them in a situation that's bad. You're gonna find out who your friends are. But yeah, he can't handle the pressure. My prediction: deal with Pope for 5 years. Julie, he ain't getting 5 years. He gonna get one more year. And look, we're gonna have to go in the portal. Everybody, look, we ain't getting. High school players gonna watch that press conference and come here. Nobody coming here. Okay, we're gonna have to go in the portal and put money down and hire gun. This is like the professional team. We're gonna have to go buy some players. That takes away from football and women's basketball and baseball. And now they don't get that money because we're gonna have to spend 22 million again because we lose Aberdeen, Oway. If Moreno stays, Jasper Johnson's gonna leave. Somebody said Trent Noah's leaving. I will help him pack if he wants to leave. Just tell me where you're at, dude. If that's the way you feel. So still insane to see how we have zero recruits. Yeah, Derek. See, that's the problem. Somebody called in. Well, under Calipari, you could still get excited about next year's team because you knew you had a couple high level recruits. Somebody said that on the post game show, and he was correct. How are you going to get excited? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like coming on here. Look, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If you're new here, this is a fan channel. I'm going to talk just like you were. If you were sitting right here, this is the way I would talk to you. So, Kentucky fan 88, what's up? How many more games do you think we win before the tournament? I don't know if we win one. I would say South Carolina. I don't see us beating Vanderbilt. I don't see us beating Florida. At Texas A&M on the road. Hell, we can't beat Auburn on the road. Georgia had lost 5 in a row. Auburn lost 5 in a row. I mean, Texas A&M's got some big dudes. They're going to push us around. If we win one game, I would settle for that. That will squeak us into a 9 seed, and we'll just get our ass beat in a playing game or something. There's a possibility we could lose out. Yeah. Oh, there's a real possibility. We're going to find out where the players are Tuesday night. They either bought into this conspiracy thing or they're just going, hey, man, this dude's effing crazy. I don't know, Julie. Michigan was so good. Yeah. They had the Indiana guy that, played and coached. Well, I think he was assistant coach at Indiana. Indiana wanted him because he's an Indiana graduate. Now I can't remember his name, but yes, he's a good coach. Michigan, yes. Duke, yes. Look, we're not anywhere. Look, guys, we're not even in the top 25. Hell, we're not in the top half of the SEC. I mean, well, we might barely be right at the top. We might be 8th. Whatever. We're not. We can't win the SEC. Until you win your league. But yeah, there's a possibility we could lose out, Wildcat. And it's a real possibility. Like I said, I haven't seen South Carolina play. They got a bad record. They just beat Mississippi State 95-70 something. So you don't think they're going to be fired up? If their coach is, I don't even know who their coach is. If he's any good, go to the basket. Just keep going to the basket. We will not stop you. Just come on by us. You can dunk on us. Hell, you can, pressure the ball is what I would do if I was them. Double Oway in Aberdeen and let anybody else have the ball who wants it. But, I don't know how big they are, so I don't know. The rest were horrible. Yeah, I mean, look, they were horrible on both. There were calls on both sides. Maybe Moreno. Yeah, Moreno, he's getting pushed around now, if you haven't noticed. He's a freshman. They're pushing him under the basket. They're just pushing him under. Yeah, so Moreno's getting pushed around. On that long pass, he kind of fumbled it there. They got up on him. So, Joe, what's up? I don't think we're making it out of the first round. Joe, I just hope we get to the first round. Look, if he loses, listen to me. Nashville. Let's stop about NCAA tournament. Stop for a second. If he doesn't win some games in Nashville, that's going to cost him. We cannot go to Nashville and win one game. If we don't win 2 games in Nashville, it's going to get ugly. And you think there's pressure now? No, there's going to be pressure. The guy needs help. I mean, I don't know what they need to do with him. Sit him down, a life coach, something, behavioral specialist. You got to sit his ass down. You can't lash out like that after every game. And, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, Julie. I have 3 broken TV remotes due to Cutter bowling through 300. Well, don't throw the remote, Julie. You can buy Universal. Joe, we're projected as a 9th seed in Nashville. So that means we will play the very first night, doesn't it? No. Well, maybe. I can't remember. If we can't stand a foul trouble in the SEC, the NCAA tournament won't matter yet. Look, we could go on a run and beat some teams, or we could lose every game, guys. That's the team. It's bipolar. It's like our coach. You don't know what you're going to get. I am not like Mark Pope. You don't know what you're going to get with Mark Pope. He may freak out in the press conference. He may not. He may play the right people. He may not. He may, we may play a zone. We may not. We sure as the hell ain't. We aren't going to let people drive to the basket. I can tell you that. Joe, very first game. Yeah, we don't need to go out the first game in Nashville. But yes, he's got a bad temper. Well, I don't know if it's so much his temper as he can't control his emotions. It's like his brain is fired off, and the words he uses. I've never understood, even when we win, what the hell is that guy talking about? No one's going to take our power. Is this the X-Men? It was the Avengers? The fuck you talking about? What power? I mean, I think I know what he's trying to say. Can you not just speak normal? I mean, like I said, his grasp on the English language is over my head. Because, dude, what are you talking about? No one's going to take away our power. Who's trying to take away our power? First of all, do we have power? Because I wasn't aware we had power. If we have power, could somebody tell me? I would like to see the power. Where is it? Is it in a glass? Is it in a case? Where is the effing power? Because I want to see it. If somebody's trying to take it, I will guard it. Give it to me. Give it to me. I won't let them take our power. I don't know what power. What are you talking about? He said, please, good God, tell me what it is. Come on, somebody's got to be laughing right now. Come on, man. 44 people, how you doing? I'm Thomas, Kentucky Football Nation. Obviously, we're talking basketball because our team is imploding and our coach is imploding all at the same time. And, I don't know. It's the Titanic. We hit an iceberg. Jump off. We're either going to jump off or right the ship Tuesday night. Because if we lose on Tuesday night, guys, I don't think we will win another game. Until, I just don't. Hell, we probably lose Tuesday night and win 3 in a row. Like I said, this guy, you don't know what you're going to get with him. Jake, please start doing a call-in show. I need to do a call-in show, but it wouldn't go well, Jake. I don't know. I need to start doing it. Big Mike does a really good one. There's no telling what I would say on a call-in show, guys. I'm a little more unfiltered. That's just the way I am, guys. I can't change. So, are we going to beat South Carolina? Are we going to win that game? We should win that. I keep saying we should have won the last 2 games. We should win that game. However, South Carolina, what is their record? What is their record? South Carolina. I don't even know. I don't even know who the coach is. I don't know anything about South Carolina basketball team. Okay. Well, they played Florida pretty close there. They beat Mississippi State 97-89. Okay. Alabama got them. Missouri got them. Texas. Wow, they're awful. Oh my God. Yeah, this team is not that good. Okay. Okay, they haven't won a game. This is the first game they've won. They beat damn, they're bad. Okay, these guys are really bad. They beat Georgia. They beat LSU. Okay. All right, they're bad. We should win that game. We better beat them. Yes, they're bad. Okay. Wow, they're bad. Okay, but so are we. So they did win this last game. Yeah, I mean, man, we should win this game pretty easy. It'll be interesting to see what the line is. I don't know what the line will be. Better beat them or else we could miss the turn. Yeah. You don't think they don't know that? Hey, Inspector Gadget. He's in over his head. Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, all you got to do is don't even look at you could just look at him. Don't look at the players and just listen to Mark Pope and watch him, and you can tell he's uncomfortable. He's in over his head. That's the good word. Yeah, I mean, it's time to get. I don't know what to say, but that he's going to get fined. The cursing thing. Okay, look, man, you could have waited till you got back. He said it when he knew they would hear him, but whatever, dude. I'm not mad that he said it. I'm just mad that where he said it and when he said it. Our team is undersized and underskilled. WKRP. I don't know what it is, WKRP. Underskilled as far as I don't know what our identity is. He's been saying all year, I kind of see what our identity is on offense. Grind it out. I mean, we shot what? We hit 6 for 26 or something. I don't know what we shot for 3, but Sankey pulling all the strings. I don't think there's any conspiracy at all. I just think we played bad. And he extended his arm. It was a bad call, but I went back and listened to the announcers, the two guys. They thought it was the right call. Whether it was a good call or not, it was the right call by the books. Now you could say they shouldn't have called it or whatever, but there's no conspiracy. Very strange substitutions continue. Jake, yes, I think that's playing Trent Noah 20 minutes. Why? Why? The guy can't guard anybody, and he took 2 shots, and he passed up a bunch of shots. At least 4 more, I know. Julie, don't mess with Owe. Well, I don't think anybody's gonna mess with Owe. Julie's our best player. But yes, very strange substitution pattern. There's 45 people in here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. Obviously, we're talking basketball. Now, the SEC Good Old Boy podcast, they're enjoying Mark Polk's meltdown tonight. They were doing a football podcast, but they took the time out to embrace and just, what's the word? Just enjoy our basketball meltdown. They brought it up. I want to thank those 2 good old boys on the SEC podcast, Cousin Shane and whatever their guy's name is. So see, when you make it to the Good Old Boy SEC football podcast, you're not doing well in basketball. Okay, when they just start reveling. Is that the word, Julie? Reveling in, enjoying that we're bad in basketball. So the Donkey Bud, what's up, man? I don't think I met you. I'm sure the investors on IL funding. Well, we'll see. Cats lose to South Carolina. Oh yeah, I mean, if we lose to South Carolina, yeah, it's going to go bad. Chandler, good point. Chandler had 2 early fouls. Yeah, well, don't get 2 early fouls. I mean, I know he had 5 turnovers. I know a couple of them were really bad, trying to pass into the post, throwing at somebody's feet. I mean, come on, man. They had to take him out. Mark Pope never takes him out of the game. So that's when you knew it was bad. But no, look, guys, there's 4 games left. Every game I go, well, there's 6 games left. Well, there's 8 games left. Well, we still got time. We still got time. We still got time. That's all we got is time and opportunity. That's it. We have, 4 games and 4 opportunities, and it's not going well. It's not going well at all. And so I don't know. Julie, I would pull a Bobby Knight. Well, I don't think that won't work in this day and age, Julie. 4-0 posse. That's well, let me tell you something. That's optimistic. Yeah, we could go 4-0. I mean, who knows? Maybe this conspiracy thing, maybe the kids will get all fired up. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe being the crazy bitch in the room, sometimes being the crazy bitch in the room will work. Hey, maybe it'll work. It worked for Calipari getting thrown out in South Carolina that one year. So, but getting fined was not a good way to do it. So I don't know. We're going to find out what we're made of. But look, every game it's the same thing. But it's hard to watch. Does anybody enjoy watching this team? Because every game, like, please don't let us fall behind. Please don't let us fall behind. Come on, man. Please stay in front of your man. Please stay in front of your man. Come on. Don't leave your man. Please don't leave your man. Fine. Julie said I'm gonna find my plaid suit in honor of Bobby Knight. Well, Bobby Knight, good coach for his day and age, but choking a player won't work these days. Nor should you. You love Bobby Knight. I mean, for his day, he was a good coach. There's no telling what happened back in those days. But so what do you think, guys? Are we going to beat South Carolina? I mean, on paper, they look like a really bad team, but they just beat Mississippi State. If we give up open threes, if we do not guard the 3-point line, I don't even know who's on their team, but God knows if we just let people. Now, we did a better job of not giving up wide open threes. Okay, we did a better job of that. So, but man, I'm tired of getting dunked on. How many times did they dunk on us? I mean, South Carolina, Tony says, should lose. Should lose. I don't know about Vanderbilt. Look, beating Vanderbilt, Florida, and Texas A&M is going to be a tall order. 2 of them are home games. So, but Florida, no. Florida would have to have a really bad game. South Carolina sucks. I think they do. I looked at their record, but you know what? They just won a game, but they ain't won many. Julie loves Bobby Knight. Yes. Julie, you go way back. But no, guys, I just want to jump on here and say that I don't like this instability, this, just, you know, ranting and raving about conspiracy theories and, cursing where they can hear you. Look, man, I get it. I understand, but you cannot act like that. But it ain't like it's just a one-time thing. So I can't wait to get to Tuesday night. The losing streak has to end. Well, that's good, Posse. Yeah, that's what we hope. That's what that should be. This team. Hope. You hope they win. You hope they play defense. You hope they, put in the right line. It's hope he puts in the right lineup. You hope this team is just hope because this sure as hell is not a given. You hope they win a game. You hope but you have no idea when you turn on. I'm gonna tell. I will say this: when you turn on a game Tuesday, you have no idea what's going to happen. You think we could beat their ass. They could beat our ass. It could be like Auburn. I mean, I don't know who shows up tonight. I don't know. Fucking season, Dr. Jekyll Hyde. Yes. Produce Peddler, what's up? I don't like being blamed on the refs. I agree. I mean, look, it was a bad call, but it wasn't the refs' fault. 6-0. Yeah, I thought we'd go. I mean, we haven't been down by 20 in a couple weeks. Well, that's a good. Hey, there's a good stat. Posse, one win erases the past 2 weeks. Maybe, yes. I mean, look, these last 4 games. Listen, we're gonna find out. Is the ship sink? Well, obviously the ship is taking on water. Can we right the ship? Because the ship is about to go down. Mark Pope has to do better with himself. I mean, man, if you guys, did anybody listen to the radio? Tom Leach after he went on that rant, he goes on the radio with Tom Leach and is all calm. We don't talk about the referees. Dude, you just talked about the referee. What are you talking about? I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Do you think we didn't see the press conference? So I don't know, guys. Let's hope Kentucky doesn't have to playoffs. So Jim Mora, yes, Tony. Still haven't won since denim. You know what, Posse? Wear the denim. Just wear the denim. Just wear them. I'd wear them the rest of the time. Whatever we got to do to win. But look, guys. Before I got here, look, next year we don't have any high school players. We're gonna have to spend it's going to cost a lot of money to get good players. We got to have a backup point guard. We got to have a shooting guard, shooting guard besides Chandler. If we need some steady players. Just go look at this point. I don't even want any for Mark Pope. I don't even want any high school players because I don't think he can coach them. I want him to get some experienced players like last year that he can probably relate to older kids. Yeah, just get some older players. Just spend 22, 30 million, whatever you got to spend, and just do it with some players out of the portal. I hope so. It's not your problem, Joe. That's right, Louisville. Louisville's going to get in the tournament. So, but no, guys, I don't know how you feel about the portal, but might as well just get some players out of the portal. Pulling. Well, thank you, Tony. Pulling for us. When was the last time we went 17 days between wins? I don't know, Posse. Has it been that many days since we won? Has it been 17 days? Seriously? Man, has it been that long? I don't know. Florida, Georgia, Auburn. Yeah, maybe it has been. Yeah, maybe it has been that long. Crush it in Arizona State. Cutter Bowley, she'll probably do well in Arizona State. That coach has got a good reputation, their head coach. So, look, Cutter Bowley should do fine in Arizona State. We need to get ready for football. We had the bye week. Oh, that's right. It has been 17 days. Okay, there you go. Inspector Gadget, I agree. Get all experienced guys. Yeah, I mean, just get some older guys. This guy can't. I don't know what this guy can do with high school players. I can be honest with you. Add from the portal. Yeah. We'll see who's going to stay. We don't know who's going to stay. We don't know if Jelovic's coming back. We don't know who's coming back. Bud signing is almost over. You only have the portal. Yeah, that's about our only option. Mark Pope has his gated house in Lexington. Well, I'm sure he does, Julie. I would have a gated house if I was a basketball coach. Might not win again this season, possibly. We might. I mean, we might win out. Hell, like I said, you just don't know. Our team is like Mark Pope. You don't know what you're going to get. I have no idea what we're going to get. It's when you turn on the TV Tuesday night, we'll just see what happens because I have no idea. We may come out. Look, this team is not that good. I look at. I've not watched 1 minute of them play, but looking at their stats, I mean, they're awful. They did just beat Mississippi State, so I think they beat South Carolina, but that's it. Inspector Gadget, yeah. If I had to bet money, I would pick us to go 1-3, which would put us in the tournament just barely. Which we'd have to do something in Nashville. At least you have South Carolina as a bounce back game. Yeah, Donkey. I don't know who else lower we could get. Right, that's the last place team, right? Or LSU. And hell, we should have lost LSU. I don't know. Look, damn. It'd be a hell of a plane ride there. I'd love to be in the plane, listening to them talk. And look, guys, I said I don't know anything about our assistant coaches. I keep saying that. I think Matt Jones brought this up. I don't know much about our assistant coaches or what are they teaching these kids? Debbie Carapy had us at 4-0. Oh, Pina has us at 4-0. Okay. LSU's better and bigger than South Carolina. Well, then we should win this game, right? I mean, should win this game is the key. Or maybe lose out. Yeah, Julie. Freaking 8-ball. Yeah. Our bench play has been awful these last couple games, guys. Awful bench play. Do not play Trent Noah 20 minutes, for God's sakes. Put Jelovic in there. He played in Europe. He's a skilled offensive player. So if he gets beat, at least he can score, and he will shoot. Trent Noah's not going to shoot now. So I hope he's listening to Drake tonight. I hope he's listening to Drake and counting his money. Him and our quarterback from last year, him and Zach Calzada can, start a company together and make it count their money. The team is bipolar as my ex. Yeah. I mean, I think they're tripolar. Wouldn't be surprised either way. Yeah, look, guys, there's nothing we could be surprised with. Some people popped their head in here and got out. One time we had about 50 people in here, and I was just ranting and ranting. I don't know how to be nice about it. It's hard to be rah-rah when your coach is just, in the damn, in a press conference just talking about shit that what are you talking about? I hope nobody takes our power. Chandler was arrested for assault yet. No, he's arrested for theft. I'm in Columbia. The Gamecocks will be ready. Okay, tennis girl. Are they any good? I mean, I haven't seen them play. Are they? Who do they have? Guards? Do they have big guys? I wonder what they have. But no, I don't know what South Carolina has. I have not seen not 1 minute of them. So they are a mystery team. I just know they have a bad record. So who's their leading scorer? Well, we can look it up. Let's look up. Let's just look that up. ESPN stats. Let's find out about their team right now. Since none of us know anything about their team, let's go find out. South Carolina basketball stats. South Carolina. Before I get out here tonight, men's basketball stats. Okay, what do they have? Let's see here. Stats. ESPN's the best one. We're picking it up. Okay, here we go. They're 12-15. Wow, they're bad. But we're okay. So they have a guard who averages 17 points. This Johnson guy, he leads them in assists, field goal percentage, and points. So this guard is the guy we got to stop. This Michi guy, or Michi Johnson. Okay, 17 points a game. Wow. Is that full team stats? Here we go. Michi, some white dude averages 5.4 rebounds. Okay, so they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who average double figures. 17, 11, 10, 10, and right at 10. So, okay. So this Michi Johnson is their guy. Okay, this guy does everything. Okay, the key is to stop Michi, which I don't know what that means, Michi. Some European guy. Okay, so yeah, this team is okay. All right. Well, guards, guards, guards. Okay, so they play three guards, and their three guards score all the points. Okay, so they're going to play small. Okay, now, are we going to play big or are we going to play small? If we play big and we don't hit shots, once again, if you're going to take this lineup here, yeah, so their three leading scorers are their guards and a forward. So they play three guards and a forward. Okay, they're going to play small ball. Okay, well, that's okay, Mark Pope. There's your game plan. What are you going to do? Are you going to play? I mean, this is a Jelovic game then, right? I mean, if this is three guards, this is a Jelovic game to come in because you got Chandler, Olway, and Aberdeen who should do well against these guys, except for the one guy, Michi Johnson. We need to stop him. But they play three guards. So, okay, they play small. There you go. Julie, tomorrow is a new day. Yes, it is. Miss on Holt, Collins, Stokes. Oh, good God. Jeff Slayer. We could go on about days that we missed on. Every loss so far are tournament teams. Okay. Yeah, because SEC's going to get 10 teams in. If Auburn makes it. And Auburn's not Georgia's not. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know who their games are. They cannot rebound and make a lot of turnovers. No. Okay, so Pope is now 41 and 22. It's unacceptable. Well, that's probably about what Billy Clyde was after about 2 years, right? So, look, guys, we're 144th in defensive scoring. So yeah, and what are we 60 or I think 60 something in scoring on offense. So we have the 60 something in offense and 140 something in defense. You're probably not going to be that good. I don't know what analytics he's looking at. So, but yeah, look, guys, got to win the game Tuesday. We need to win every game, but we keep saying it, and there's still time, and we're going to keep saying the same thing all year. Okay, there's still time until the season runs out. When the clock runs out, oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it is bad. It's been that way. I keep bringing up that stat. Nobody else brings up this stat. Go look at we're freaking you know we score. I don't know. We're averaging 80 points a game, but we're giving up the same. So, Wandale Robinson's auntie. Julie, you know a lot of people. Oh, well, that's good. All right. Well, I like Wandale Robinson. He had a good year for the Giants. Uh, but no, football. We'll talk about football. We gotta get this basketball season. This has got to end well, guys. If this goes south, I don't know if you could pay. You're going to have to pay somebody a lot of money to come here if we go south. Patino was 36 and 20. Yeah, but he was 500 in his first year, and I don't know how he was 500. I'm gonna be honest with you. We didn't have any players. Patino's first year. How he was 500 the first year. That was a remarkable season. So yeah, we were on probation. So we were 15 and 50, whatever. It's a damn miracle, and we beat LSU with Shaq. So 65% so far. Yeah, 65% is not going to get it. All right, guys, we've been going about an hour. So let's see. Big Mike and them won't have a show unless they have it tomorrow night. So look, I'm going to turn on the game. I will not do a watch party again. I can't. That watch party was brutal. I don't know what time the game is. Do we play the first game? Do we? Oh, please don't play the first game. Please tell me we play the first game at 6:00 or 7. Don't tell me we play 6:00. Okay, good. 7 Central, 7 Eastern. All right, we play the first game. Okay, so we're going to know early that night. If we lose that game, he can start yelling in the press conference. You're going to see. Here's my prediction. If we lose the game, he's going to be real quiet in the press conference. He's going to talk real nice, and he's going to be really cool. We'll see a cool Mark Pope because you can't melt down after that many losses in a row. A lot of goodwill after last season. Pope did. Sure, he did, WKRP. Goodwill is not the problem. Coaching is the problem. He's an average coach. Average. And I just don't know. You have to be an above average salesman. You can be an average coach, but you got to be an above average salesman. And he's a below average salesman. and an average coach, and that equals 17-9 or 10 or whatever our record is. That's what that equals. Signing out, Julie. Well, Julie, I'm going to sign off in a minute. Knows the whole area. Okay, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Well, if you're signing out, have a good night. You need to shop for an NBA coach after the season. Donkey Butt, I don't know, dude. These NBA coaches, you never know what you're going to get. I don't know. The NBA plays such a shitty style of basketball these days. I mean, NBA basketball is embarrassing. I'd rather go back and watch ABA games from the 70s. I mean, I don't know what we'll have to worry about that when we get to it. Julie, you're in a crap hole area, Julie. Well, you know, it's it seems like a nice place. Bourbon Trail, you live on the Bourbon Trail, but no, Donkey Butt. I don't know if we ever when we get to another coach. I don't know who we're going to get, guys. I'll be honest with you. I think, I don't know. We'll have to lay down some money if we want to coach. We're going to spend more than $5 million a year to get a coach. Okay. So I think that's what Will Stein is, $5 million a year. Am I right? So yeah, we're got Billy Donovan. If he would come here, Rick Pitino, somebody said, we'll take Rick Pitino back. How many people would take Rick Pitino back? Raise your hand if you take Rick Pitino back. I don't know about that. Bruce Pearl, yeah, he's not coming here. He's going to make a lot of money in politics. Look, man, one thing that guy can do. He can coach his ass off. You want to talk about somebody that gets upset, but he gets upset in a good way. Is Bruce Pearl. Rick Pitino's son now, Richard Pitino. No, thank you. Look, I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe won't have to worry. Maybe we'll win out, and we won't have to worry about another coach. Look, Mark Pope's going to get another year, and he should get another year. But man, I would hate to be the summer and him. He's going to have to calm his ass down and get something sort of help. You need to talk. I'm not going to say therapist, but you need some behavioral special something. You cannot act like that. Is all I'm going to say before I get off here, guys. You can't act like that and be coach here. You just can't. Out of control doesn't work. Okay. And we're not going to let anybody take our power, whatever that means. I know what it means, but needs a GM. Yeah, needs a GM, but he needs somebody in his ear, and not the friggin' whatever the dude's name is, the dude from Georgia that we got. Yeah, no, he needs. Boy, if we had Kenny Payne back here, he needs a voice of reason because evidently he doesn't have one. He needs somebody that can look. Everybody needs somebody that can corral him and say, "Hey." So he needs somebody that can reel his ass in, and I don't know who that is. I don't know who that would be. What was the word we used? Not creepy. That was the word that someone called him on the postgame show. So cringy. Yeah, he's cringeworthy. Todd Golden is scandalous. Yeah. I told you to do your research, Julie. I told you to do your research on calling Todd Golden. Now look, nothing happened. Nothing to see about Todd Golden. Nothing happened. Don't worry about those pictures. Don't worry about those pictures, Julie. Look, as long as you're winning, you can get away with stuff. But when you lose, if he starts losing, those pictures are that scandal will show back up again if they want to get rid of him, right? Sure it will. No, it was his assistant coach. It wasn't him. So don't worry about that. Todd Golden's a good coach, but yeah. Look, it wasn't my phone that took the pictures. So if you guys know what we're talking about, never mind. But no, Florida's the best team in our league, and they won a national championship. And I never thought I'd live to see the day before I get off here where we'd be better. We would beat Florida in football, and they would beat us in basketball on a consistent basis. The world has turned upside down. I never thought I would see that. Haircut makes me mad. His haircut? Well, I mean, he's I mean, it's old school. He looks like an attorney or an accountant. The guy can coach. I mean, and he's a hell of a photographer, Julie, with his iPhone. From what I understand, he's really good at taking pictures, except they're low light. From what I hear, you can't really, he needs to learn lighting. He is a good amateur photographer, though. Yeah, always got to have an attorney. All right, guys, look, I see 43 people in here. Thanks for coming here tonight. Look, I'm pulling for Mark Pope. I don't like what I see, as I said. I don't care about the play. You just can't act like that. You can't melt down like that. You can't talk, crazy like that. You just can't do it. I mean, you got to hold your tongue, okay? Look, everybody saw what happened. Everybody's mad, even if it's no big conspiracy. It was a bad call. We still should have got the rebound at the end of the game. We still, they still should have scored. So look, that play did not cost us the game. Blowing a 9-point lead and putting in the wrong people probably cost us the game. Sean, what's up? Where's the recruits? Somewhere else. Jake, great show. Can pull it together. Well, look, man, Jake, I appreciate that. We're going to find out Tuesday night, okay? Tuesday night, turn on. Look, you have no idea what's going to happen, and neither do I. That's the one good thing about this. You don't know what. Look, everybody go to their TV set, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. And look, they play 3 guards. We just looked up their stats if you're just getting in here. They play 3 guards. Their one guard is their leading scorer. He does everything for them. Michi, whatever his name is. And that's the guy that we got to stop. Got to be Oweh's assignment, probably. So, Oweh will guard their best player. We should win this game. We should have won the last 2 games. But this team is really bad. And so, but they have 3 guards that average double digits. So, if we let them shoot a 3, guess what's going to happen? They're going to shoot a 3. So, worst officiated games. Officiating's bad in every sport. NFL, we played this well, shows coaching is good. In fact, they played this well, shows coaching is good. Are you talking about us, Posse? Surely you're not talking about us. I wouldn't say we played good. We played average. If you like average, then we're good. But yeah. When's the last time we were number 1 seed? Can anybody tell me? Before I get off here, Matt Jones talking about this. Last time we were number 1 seed was the 38-1 team. Was the last time we were number 1 seed. 10 years ago was the last time we were number 1 seed. So it's been a while. That's the longest since the 1980s, I think. So, or maybe it's longer than that. Together to be this. No, he didn't. All right, bye, Julie. Look, guys. Thanks for coming in here tonight. If you're watching this back, look, I appreciate you watching this back. We didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. If you're a Kentucky fan, you saw the game. You either think what you think, and look, there's 4 games left, and then Mark Pope's going to be judged on what happens from this point forward. And I keep saying that. And right now, it's not going well, is it? And it sucks to watch it. I can tell you that. But I will watch it Tuesday, and we need to win because God knows those last 3 games are going to be tough to win. So that's all I need to say, right? Stood 3 injuries. Yeah, I mean, look, the 2 injuries, really. The one guy was already injured. We probably knew he wasn't going to play. But the 2 injuries, yeah, the Cam Williams injury hurt us more than what I thought it would. Well, because he won't play Jelinek. He keeps playing other people. Look, we need shooters in the game. They play 3 guards. We're going to play 3 guards. So this should be an easy win for us. This shouldn't be a game. We were number 2 seed in 2019. Yeah, we were number 2 seed when we got beat by, Saint, whatever they were, Peters, whoever it was. Yeah. But yeah, we haven't been a 1 in 10 years. So that tells you where we're going. Look, the boat is taking on water. So keep the bucket brigade going, and let's keep this ship from sinking, right? I mean, that's what it's about. I hope Mark Pope gets some help and get some, good advice and a mentor. I think he needs a mentor. I think that's what he needs. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, he needs a mentor, and I don't know who that would be because Rick Pitino's busy coaching. So I don't know, but they need to get somebody on that bench who's older than he is. And I'm not talking about the dude that coached Georgia and whatever that little dude's name is. Not him. But we need somebody that can mentor Mark Pope and help him out because he needs it. And he ain't getting it. And that's another problem. We talk about GM, but he needs an assistant coach who can sit there and go, hey, man, calm down. You can't do everything. Okay. You can't make up the game plan. And I don't know like I said, I don't know what Mark Fox. Look, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but Jesus Christ, man, he's just as jittery as Mark Pope. Man, give them I hope they're not drinking a lot of caffeine. Keep the sugars down. No energy drinks. Okay. Just drink some water and chill, man. Just chill. All right. Sean, Mark Fox sucks. Yeah. But to be fair, it's Georgia. I mean, he did okay, but he was somewhere else before that in Nevada. He did okay. I just don't know how good of a, yeah, John Pelfrey. Okay. Now, before we get off here, that's a good point. You need somebody that's, yeah, John Pelfrey's still at Tennessee Tech, and he'll be there as long as he wants to be. So they like him there. So, but yeah, he needs a mentor right now. That's what advice I would give. Get somebody on the bench that's been a coach besides Mark Fox. No offense to Mark Fox. Somebody who has, yeah, a John Pelfrey like person. Yeah, that's going to calm him down. All right, guys, look, we got to win. We got to win to get a coach at Illinois. They got a coach at Illinois. Well, I don't know. Let's try to keep the coach we got, right? We tried to say about Mark Stoops. Hey, can we keep the coach we got? The answer was no. Can we keep this guy? I don't know. So we're gonna find out. All right, look, we should win this game. They're not that good. So let's go win this game, and then we'll worry about the last three. All right, guys. I'll do a live probably later in the week on probably Thursday, and I will leave Tuesday alone. And everybody go watch the pregame show before I get off here. Little BBN with Big Mike and Miss Lee and Jimmy Jam and all those guys. BC. If you're not subscribed to Loyal BBN fan channel and you're in here, subscribe to that channel. They do a post-game and pregame show that is awesome. They also have a call-in show on Thursday night. So there, I can't do one on Thursday night. Well, anyway, I'll jump on here sometime. Look, Mark Pope, calm down, buddy. Take a breath. Take a breath. Go Cats. I'll see you guys later in the week. Turn on those notifications, and I'll get on here eventually. Go Cats.